Welcome to F1 Blogs. Today, we have a very special episode as we celebrate a major milestone for one of the most legendary drivers in the history of Formula One, Fernando Alonso. This weekend, at the Mexican Grand Prix, Alonso will reach an incredible achievement by competing in his 400th Formula One race. A number that has never been reached before, demonstrating the passion, determination, and relentless pursuit of excellence that defines the two-time world champion. In today's episode, we'll take a deep dive into this momentous occasion, his career, and some personal insights Alonso has shared with his fans. A legendary journey in Formula One. Fernando Alonso first stepped into a Formula One car on March 1, 2001, for the Minardi team. From that day, he has been captivating motorsport fans around the world with his undeniable skill and racing intelligence. Over 2 decades later, the Spanish driver has secured 2 World Championship titles, 32 race wins, and over 100 podiums. Even though luck hasn't always been on his side, Alonso has consistently managed to get the best out of every car he has driven, earning the admiration of millions of fans worldwide. In an interview posted on Aston Martin F1 team's official website, Alonso answered some of his fans' questions as he prepares for this historic moment. Fans were curious about a wide range of topics, including his personal life, his early days in racing, and his thoughts on how Formula One has evolved over the years. Let's take a closer look at some of the highlights. Driving license at 18 and the stress of waiting. One of the questions that came up during the interview was about when Alonso first got his driving license. "I was 18, and I passed the exam on the first try," Alonso revealed. "I had been waiting for my license since I was 15 or 16. I remember counting down the days, and then, when my birthday came in July, all the driving schools were closed for the summer, so I had to wait until September. That month felt like a year, but when the time came, I passed the exam on the first go. It was stressful, but a great relief." It's fascinating to think that, even before he was legally allowed to drive on the streets, Alonso was already preparing to make history in Formula One. The evolution of Formula One. A major topic of discussion was the evolution of Formula One since Alonso started in 2001. "I think the biggest change in Formula One is safety," Alonso explained. "Over the past 22 years, the sport has introduced several safety devices that have really helped. The circuits are better prepared, and the cars, equipment, and pit stops are all much safer now, thanks to the teams and the FIA. However, in terms of performance and spectacle, Alonso believes the core of Formula One hasn't changed much. The DNA of the sport remains the same. We start with 20 drivers on Sunday, and we all want to get to the finish line as fast as possible. Technology has evolved with hybrid engines and more efficient fuel consumption, but the essence of racing is still there." The podium experience. Another question Alonso answered was about what it feels like to be on the podium. "The feeling is really special because it's the culmination of the entire weekend. It's not just about Sunday's race. When you're on the podium, you're thinking about Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the conversations with your engineers, the work done in free practice, the qualifying lap that had to be perfect. And then the race itself, where so many things can happen: starts, pit stops, safety cars. It's all a mixture of everything going right over the weekend. When I'm on the podium, the first thing I do is look down at the team. Seeing the mechanics, engineers, marketing staff, and everyone from the kitchen celebrating together is an incredible feeling. And then, I think about my family and friends watching me on TV, and I hope they're as proud of me as I am in that moment." Racing challenges and a remarkable career throughout 400 races, Alonso has faced a variety of challenges, but he points out one race that stands out as particularly tough: the 2019 World Endurance Championship at Spa-Francorchamps. It was the 6 hours of Spa, and we had 4 seasons of weather conditions that day. We went from dry tires and maximum pace to rain and even snow at one point. The race never stopped, there was no red flag. We just kept going, and I remember being mentally exhausted by the end of it because of all the focus required. Even after such an impressive career, Alonso has no plans to slow down. When asked about his ideal final race before retirement, Alonso responded with his usual competitive spirit. "Right now, I would choose Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton as rivals. For the third, I'm thinking outside of Formula One, maybe Sebastian Ogier from rallying. We'd race karts on different tracks, just enjoying the competition. That would be the perfect way to finish." Looking ahead, life beyond F1. Despite being one of the oldest drivers on the grid, Alonso's passion for racing remains undiminished. He has spoken many times about his desire to keep competing for several more years. "Right now, my goal is to win another championship and a Grand Prix, and to do it with Aston Martin. After Formula One, I'm considering trying another Dakar rally. That's something I'd like to do after my F1 career." Alonso also touched on his personal goals beyond the track. "At some point, I want to have my own family. That's something I've delayed because Formula One is so demanding, and I'm never at home. But it's a personal goal for me." Closing thoughts. As we celebrate Fernando Alonso's 400th Grand Prix this weekend in Mexico, we're reminded of the incredible dedication, skill, and passion it takes to reach such a monumental milestone. From his humble beginnings at Minardi to becoming one of the most respected drivers in the history of Formula One, Alonso's journey is nothing short of legendary. Thanks for tuning into F1 Blogs. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth Formula One content, and leave a comment below letting us know your favorite Alonso moment. We'll be back soon with more exciting updates and stories from the world of motorsport. Stay fast, stay focused.